let's freaking go. And if you guys are UFC fans, and you guys obviously are, you will be just as excited as I am for this podcast, but also just for last week's card in general, because yesterday I'm so glad because I had to like house sit with Bianca, and we watched all the fights.
Not yesterday,
but
Saturday.
We had to watch. Obviously not yesterday because that would be too on track for us. What's one of the What's one of the one things that you have to do to build a consistent following and be good? Like, is be consistent with your work. And what does Kellan not do? That. So we're back at you with an episode though, because this I know I sound like a freaking broken record every single time, but last week's fight card I would have loved to talk about it, but you know, I had to make a Gary Payton GP2 post that took up for OSU viewers count since the Golden State Warriors won the NBA title. I had to make a post for that, which sucked up like all my time because Kellan, even though his Photoshop skills are getting a lot better, they're not like
they're really good. They're not
but it just takes me a long time to do things, and like that's like one of the key things, like getting faster at doing stuff. Yeah. And so that's what kind of takes me a while with these episodes too, because like no one really helps me. I edit all of them by myself, so it's like a ton of work. But
it is.
Last week's fight card, GOAT fight card of the year, low-key.
It was crazy with the amount of knockouts and everything.
Yeah, 6. I think. Yeah, it was like there was like 6 knockouts, and then the whole entire prelims was absolutely fantastic. Everybody from like Phil Hawes versus Duran Win. That fight was crazy. Duran Win has an absolute chin on him. Roman Dolidze was sick. Cody Stamann. Even though, you know, I'm kind of starting to get over it, you know. I'm happy to see Cody Stamann get back on the right track, even though he blew me off, wasn't following him, and he wouldn't give me an interview. It's okay. Eddie Wineland, though, dude. My mom even texted me, bro. Eddie Wineland probably, I think he is going to hang it up because he took his gloves off in the center of the octagon, but he's still like a savage, though, because he looked so good against his last fight against, what's that one guy? He's like the baby face dude. It was, John Castaneda. But yeah, Cody Stamann was way too much for him. Maria Oliveira did really good against Gloria DePaul. She actually got a new fan to me for sure because she just like was attacking the entire time. Ricardo Ramos, sexy boy, obviously went.
Is that his nickname?
No. Oh. But he's kind of like a Brazilian.
Sexy boy?
Sexy boy. Dude, his spitting back over was freaking sick. Jeremiah Wells versus Courtney McGee. And then, this is the main highlight that I just wanted to talk about through this card before we absolutely bounce into next week. Because I think, in my opinion, this is going to be the sickest stretch of fights. Like, remember last year how, towards the end of the year, how it was like, I think Max fought like Yair, and then there's a few other cards. I was like, dude, this is like the greatest stretch in UFC history. But we just started the greatest stretch in UFC history by this last fight night, and then into this next one between Mateusz Gamrot and Arman Tsarukyan, which is Kellan's dream fight. And then we get Max Holloway fighting Volk 3 versus and then Adesanya versus Cannonier. And then we go into Rafael Fiziev fighting, I think, RDA, right? In the main event. Yeah, and then that's just like the freaking sickest thing. And in honor of that, I did a very special thing that is, like, just kind of highlights how sick the lightweight division is. Even though all bantamweight gets all the cred, but lightweight division is sick. But okay, Natalia Silva though. I don't know. Did you watch her fight? She was against the Jasmine Judavicius girl or whatever, and. This chick almost it's like because I made that video about how Javid Basharat is the best guy we've seen so far in the 2022. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split it into 2 columns. We got Javid Basharat, and then now we have Natalia Silva, because in my opinion, low key though, Natalia Silva's performance, the way she was throwing spinning techniques, absolutely. And then the fact that her footwork, the way she moved around the octagon and was just like evading everything. Like Jasmine was just so confused. Like, how do I engage with this girl? Like, it was probably the most complete performance we've seen out of a fighter like this year. I know it's like recency bias and stuff, but the way she was throwing kicks, absolutely piecing her up. It looks like she low-key has knockout power. Like, if she connects on the chin, I think this Jasmine is just absolutely tough as hell. But like, as a 125er, dude, she looks a little bit small, but like she fights. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, if you can't touch somebody, if somebody can't get their hands on you, it doesn't matter what the weight class is. So I mean, like, true. But she's an absolute killer, dude. And I think I'm gonna split it. Javid Basharat, he's my number 1, and now Natalia Silva, she's the best girl we've seen so far in 2022, dude. Like, I know that she's all the rage right now between everybody. Even like Daniel Cormier was just like, holy shit, who is this person? Because the film on her when they're going into the fight looks so much different from what she actually performed. She just took this opportunity and freaking ran with it. So now
that's sick.
Yeah, and now she's gonna be like, I don't even know, dude. Like based on her performance, it's one of those cases. Same with Javi, where it's like, okay, we're at 125-pound division in girls. Like, let's throw her at the best. Like, you could throw her at like Aaron Blanchfield or something like that, dude. Like, there's some serious killers there. So, yeah, I'm super pumped for Natalia. It's so sick when you get a really good like girl contender, because I feel like I feel like there's a lot of girls that are just at the top, and then there's like a big jump in talent. But like, I don't know. Sick. And then Adrian Yanez, as we know, dude. Adrian Yanez, absolute killer. Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop. And then, just because this card is so freaking stacked, I'm sorry, Bianca. Bianca has places to be and things to do. But Damir Ismagulov versus Guram Kutaladze. This kind of like piqued my idea for what we're going to do later. But Damir Ismagulov versus Guram Kutaladze. I mean, this was low-key, if you knew the fight card, if you actually know UFC, like, it was people's main event. Because even, when Bianca was watching it, like, you can tell that these guys, the fact that they're not ranked is absolutely preposterous.
Yeah.
Because the way they're fighting is so high level, you would have thought it was an absolute...
You even said that during it. You're like, the fact that they're not ranked, but Conor McGregor is like crazy.
Well, not to say Conor's not good or anything, but it's just like these cats, they're legit 155ers.
Yeah.
They're not just like 145ers that moved up. And you know what I mean? They're like, these dudes are title absolute contenders. And when I was watching it, I was just like, this is so unbelievably high level. I don't like people that are just randomly watching this on ESPN, the main card or whatever. They don't understand. They probably think this is the norm, but it's like these two guys right here, they're still young. Mm-hmm. They're entering their prime, and they are just the most well-rounded guys. It was just really strange watching this because I feel like it flew under the radar a little bit. And it's like, these guys, they have it all. Like when Guram is legit Viking strong, and so same with Damir. And when these guys were shooting, both of them were getting like underhooks and like not even allowing them to even secure a takedown. I think Guram might have taken Damir down like once, but they're just so like when you watch these guys fight and then you watch like the top of the heap, you're like, oh yeah, there's not that much of a gap here. Like there's like almost zero holes in both of their game. And I think it was like interesting, the whole decision and stuff, like the whole fight card. I mean, besides like the finishes, there were a couple like this in the main event where it's like probably could have went either way, but at the same time, I feel like since Guram, this guy, he literally fought the guy that is fighting in the main event this upcoming week, and Guram beat him, but everybody know it was like one of the sketchy judging where it's like, and because Gamrot since then, because Guram Kutaladze he fought Mateusz Gamrot, but he hasn't fought since that, and since then Mateusz has won like 4 fights.
A lot, okay.
Yeah, but it was back
sense.
on like,
I was like,
Fight Island. Yeah, but it was like I feel like it just kind of evens out because like everybody thought Gamrot kind of low-key won that fight, so it's just. But at the same time, I think Damir still edged it out, even in like the second and third round. And this is what I'm going to say about Damir Ismagulov that separates him from like a ton of the guys. It's like I feel like a lot of guys do this and stuff, not to take anything away from him, but when guys get down, I feel like some of them do get discouraged, but he realizes he's down in a fight. And his coaches definitely won't bullshit him, so he's gonna put the pace on
I like
you.
That.
And it's like he's gonna go out and try to win it, even when he thinks he lost the next round. It's not gonna be another. Oh, I'm gonna fill him out for the next round and look for my shot. It's like I'm gonna go find it.
Go in thinking that you're down around than up one, because then you're fucked. If you're screwed, if you're. Sorry,
it's so weird. That out. On one. This is completely off topic, but on one of my pages YouTube channels I watch, this one guy, he like works for Sports Illustrated, Grant Cohen, and he has just started recently like cussing on his channel, which I'm not used to, so it was like weird when I heard him say like fuck for the first time. I was like, when did this change? It's like weird because you think of him as being like kind of professional, even though he's kind of wild.
Well, yeah, professional people can still cuss.
I know that, but it's like it's weird. He never did it before, and now
Kellan, I think it's kind of odd that the UFC bleeps out cuss words.
Yes.
During the
majorly,
like during the after the post interviews or whatever.
You're gonna watch a guy get his absolute face busted in for 25 minutes, and then you're gonna get
cuss out the F word,
and then he says F. He says like fuck, that was a good fight. And he's like,
Sorry.
my
No,
bad.
I don't understand. I'm like, okay, if you're watching the UFC, I'm assuming you're like at a decent age, or you're with family who's allowing you to watch people literally beat the living crap out of each other. So it's like, I don't think a word is gonna affect anyone negatively.
No, yeah. The ESPN, they should just accept it. It's just like laws, because the ABC owns it or whatever. So it's just, when you're on national TV, I guess you can beat the crap out of somebody, but you can't
say a word. That
even with football
meaning.
And stuff too.
Yeah, that's so odd to me.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Okay, and then Walking Buckley, absolute savage. I wish I could talk about this stuff more, but I'm just always so late to the party. This next one, Bianca's out of town though, so this Saturday, you better believe I'm hopping behind the mic and talking about post-fight Gamrot versus Tsarukyan, because it's going to be absolute flamer, baby. Okay, Kevin Holland did so good. Tim Dirty Bird looks like Tom Brady. He's absolutely a beast, dude. Okay, but the last one, before we get into the main juice, Calvin Gator versus Josh Emmett, interesting fight. Like, Calvin Gator won? That's what I thought.
Yeah. Kellan was so mad after he rewatched the
Calvin
fight.
Gator, you
can't
tell me he lost.
I didn't actually watch it, so I can't say
tell
anything.
me that he lost all 3 of the first 3 rounds. Like, you just can't make that out. And it's clear he lost 4 and 5.
Like, looking at him post-fight, though, how badly, I've never seen a guy's eyes shut, like, so swollen and look so beat up. And Gator did not even look that touched.
If the winner has to go get medical.
Yeah. If the winner literally... Exactly. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. It's like, look at that cat and then look at Calvin Gator. Calvin Gator just had a mouse under his eye. And Josh Emmett's whole like right side of his face was like swollen, or left side.
Insanely swollen. Like the worst I've ever seen.
It's that jab. Calvin Gator's jab, baby. But I was sad for Calvin because it's just... But this is what I was thinking about when I was waking up this morning. Is it's just so strange to me. And even though everybody harps on this all the time, but it's like, it's so weird to me that 2 guys can absolutely grind it out. It's like a sport where you're like outpointing each other, you're grinding, and then there's no final score at the end. You're just like, what? There's 3 people that decide who wins. It's actually, I know that's the whole judging concept and stuff, and I sound like stupid saying it, but it's just a weird thing. The guys just pour their heart out into this octagon, and then they're like outpointing, doing their own strategy, and then it's like, okay, there's no final score at the end, and then there's just 3 people that matter. I don't know, it's so weird.
It is weird.
In like football and stuff, you don't leave it up to anybody. It's just like you just go right at it, and whoever has the most points at the end wins. Baseball, same thing. Even like soccer, basketball stuff. You don't besides like referees and stuff, there's no one else that can determine the game.
Dictate, yeah.
So it's just like so weird to think about. That 2 guys, it could be so close, and then it's up to the opinion. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, that's weird.
Add an extra round, baby.
I don't know.
No, that would actually kill guys.
Too much.
If you went
minutes?
5, yeah, that would be too much. Especially how bad guys look after 25 minutes, for sure.
30 minutes is insane. Even 25, I feel like, is a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. But sometimes time flies by, especially when there's not a ton of action.
I'm surprised how quick it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but last week's card, it's gonna start the GOAT stretch ever, and we're entering the absolute holy grail. So let's get into this, okay, baby?
Let's go.
Arman Tsarukyan.
Are we doing a game?
Yeah. Do you want to do the game?
I want to hear the game. Yeah.
Okay, let's do the game. Let's do the game before we get into the card. So what I made is UFC lightweight contenders tier list. Okay? But I made my own tier list because I didn't feel like making a account.
You made that yourself?
Yeah. I didn't want to make a thing because like this upcoming weekend is sick between Mateusz Gamrot and Arman Tsarukyan. They're lightweights. We had last week, we had Damir Ismagulov versus Guram Kataladze, and then we have Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski, which could have lightweight implications because as we've seen, Alexander Volkanovski, he wants to potentially call out Charles Oliveira if he gets a dub, which begs the question, can Max do the same? Can he steal what Alex wants and then call out Oliveira? Because
that's what you want.
It's the exact same thing, because if Alex wins, beats
the
Max,
winner. Yeah, the winner of that fight should automatically fight Oliveira.
Freaking sick for sure. But I mean, there's tons of people waiting.
We should post that all in All Gear No Game.
Yeah, we can.
Because that looks really good. Just like screenshot that and put it up. Because when was the last time you posted on there?
Not that. While you were in Kentucky or Dashville.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it was a stupid one. It was just like.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
You're too hard on yourself.
Well, it was. It was just like, what would you want on your main card?
I love you.
No one even knows how to do that.
Okay. Okay.
But now and then after the Max.
Oh, sorry.
I have scratches on me. She's picking at the scab. We have RDA versus Vaziv Raphael, which is craziness. So my UFC lightweight contenders tier list. Get ready for this. So I have 4 tiers, and I just want to preface this with the fact that everybody in the UFC are killers. So this is not to downplay anybody. This is just what Kellan believes.
Does your stomach grow?
Yeah.
You need to eat.
I know, but I've been preparing for this, okay? Because I usually wait for you to get here and then prepare. But I already did it ahead of time, okay? But this is what I want to preface this is, okay, everybody in the UFC, obviously absolute killers. Anyone that fights in the MMA is killers. But this is what Kellan, like I've said, this is what Kellan believes.
Kellan's
who will
opinion.
win the title? So my first tier is who will win the title, okay? Second tier, silver tier, like second place, who will get to a title fight eventually in their career. And then the third one is bronze, like who will get to a number 1 contenders fight and like maybe win, maybe lose, I don't know. And then the last tier is like who's going to be a perennial top 15er. And also what I have to say is I included Volkanovski and Max in this, and obviously Max has fought for a interim title fight. But like we're just gonna like excuse all of that from this point forward, like who is going to get to these spots, okay? And we have everybody from young cats to guys that have been there before to guys.
There might be people I don't know.
And all the guys I've picked besides Max haven't fought for a lightweight title. Some of them are ranked, some of them are fluctuated. But yeah, so we'll just try to run through this because I have a significant amount of guys here.
Yeah, no, these are a good amount.
This is just how to show. This just goes to show how deep it is. So right, I'll just list them off really fast. So at the bottom, I have not at the bottom, but like just at the bottom of my list.
List them.
Benoit Saint-Denis, Eros Medic, Ignacio Bahamondes, Manuel Torres. Some of these guys are so new. Jamie Malarkey, Grant Dawson, Claudio Puelles, Terrence McKinney, Ilya Taporia, who was fluctuating between 145 and 155, Paddy Pimblett, Guram, Demir Ismagulov, Thiago Moises, Rafael Fiziev, Arman Tsarukyan, Mateusz Gamrot, Joel Alvarez, Jalen Turner, Benil Dariush, Islam Makhachev, and then the 2 featherweight goats.
That's crazy that you know all their names by heart. Like this, there's not a single writing of their name. It's all just pictures. Yeah. We need to do a snippet of this and like maybe put it on the video. Do you know how to do that or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, that way we can.
That's what I did with my UFC fight card one.
Yeah.
I like flashed it.
We should do that with this.
For sure. Okay. You want to start off with guys... You want to start off with like guys that we think will be in top 15 guys that we think.
Yeah, we'll start. Yeah.
Okay.
Or should we just go in order and then put them wherever we want?
Okay.
Yeah, let's go in order from the bottom.
I'll ask you, okay? If Alexander Volkanovski beats Max Holloway, do you see him because we'll just say that it's either going to be a title fight or win title. Okay. If he fights Charles Oliveira, do you see him just getting to the title fight or do you see him actually beating Charles Oliveira?
I don't know. I don't know if he could beat Oliveira. They're kind of different to me. Like,
we'll leave Alex off the list. So we'll just say, because obviously if he beats Max, he's going to call for the title. And so he'll obviously get in a title fight. Do you think he'd win the title against Charles?
I don't know if he would win it.
Okay. So we'll leave him off.
Yeah.
He won't win the title. Okay.
I'm going to leave him. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Do you think if Max wins... Because he's already beat Charles at 145. But if he actually if he called him out and got a title fight, do you think he'd beat him?
If I'm being honest with you, I've never seen Max fight. So I don't know.
How is that possible?
I don't know. I've seen Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski might beat him more than X.
Do you think Max might lose to Alex? I mean, it's completely plausible.
I don't know. I think I have Volkanovski winning that. Just because I've seen him fight twice, and I've never seen Holloway fight.
This is the thing. This is going to be fantastic for Bianca to see because there's levels to this shit.
Yeah,
Nobody's giving problems. Max is not Korean Zombie. Max is going to touch up Alexander. Like, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like there's levels to this shit.
That was so dumb.
They should have been stopped after like round
No,
3.
and he even said he was like, I was feeling bad for him.
Yeah, I know. He was like, oh yeah, that's somebody. Cody Stamen was saying that against Eddie Wineland. He was like, he's like, bro, I was like, what are we doing here?
He kept calling out the ref like, what are we doing here, ref? What are we doing?
Yeah. God damn. Imagine that. You're like fighting at the highest level possible, and you have to like
and
tell the ref.
The fighters calling you out about your reffing.
Oh, but goddamn, I was going through this random ass. This is not fucking funny at all. But I was going through this UFC page. It was like Pablo Costa MMA. Shout out to them or whatever. But they haven't posted in a while. But they're like MMA memes, and they did an award show. And speaking of Benoit Saint-Denis, when he fought Zaleski dos Santos, remember the guy Vieschla? Or no, not Vieschla. It was like that one dude on Fight Island. I think this was the fight, but he like should have stopped it and he didn't. That one stupid ref, I forget what his name was. Maybe. It started with a V or something, but he gave that guy ref of the year on his like MMA awards. It was so messed up.
Jokingly?
Yeah, but it was like, it was hilarious to me. But
was the fight? Oh, was that the one that everyone was like, he needs to be fired?
Yeah, it was he got fired. Like he got.
He got
fired mid card.
Oh, that's right. He was
rest
supposed
of his
to do
assignments.
one more, and he never did. Yeah.
But that was this guy that it was in it. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong on that, but yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Okay, so I guess we don't see. I personally think, I'll just put it up there for fun. I think Max could potentially win a title if he was matched up.
Just put Volkanovski title fight.
Yeah. Volkanovski would get a potential title fight. I think even if he did move up and just was straight started from scratch, I think he could get up to a title fight.
I agree.
Yeah.
Depending who he's fighting.
It's all about matchups, baby. Okay, Islam Makhachev. Do you think he can win a title one day?
Yeah.
Because he's obviously going to fight for a title or be in a number 1 contender. I think that he could definitely win a title for sure. We'll stack these guys up shoulder to shoulder so it's close. Beneil Dariush, this is kind of tough. I don't think you really watched him fight. Really grappling oriented, but super freaking tough. And he's obviously the guys in the top 5. It's obviously tough because they're obviously going to be fighting in number 1 contender fights. But like, I think that he'll get to a title fight at some point. But I just don't know if he's got the skill set to like on the feet to like. Because like when you're fighting a guy like Charles Oliveira, he can match you tit for tat on the ground, and then he obviously has the advantage over you on the feet. Like, he can knock you out at any time. Like, if you're putting Justin Gaethje on his booty, he's going to put everybody else in the division on their butt. Like, he wants to fight Conor, dude. I know that everybody knows this and stuff, but he wants to get that Conor money fight. It's such a bad fight for Conor. It's such a bad fight for Conor. Conor has... He has 5 minutes in the first round to do something. Because we've seen this story over and over again. If Conor hurts him, no one's going to be like, oh my God, Conor McGregor. Because everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, remember when Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler and Justin Gaethje hurt him? Oh yeah, they got choked out. Or they got knocked out.
Yeah, so it doesn't really mean much.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Jalen Turner, 6'3", absolutely anomaly. He beat Jamie Malarkey in his last time out. He has his
do you have him?
Fight lined up.
Top 15?
He has a fight lined up against... Brad Riddell, who's in the top 15. Are you
going to give like a bio of everyone?
No.
Each time?
No.
No, it's okay.
But like, it's good context.
It is good context. No, I'm kidding. Please keep doing it. It actually helps me
I really do think that because of his attributes, him just like Joel Alvarez, I really think that he's going to be a top 15 guy. He's only 27.
I was joking when I said that.
He could get to a number 1 contender fight, but it's just going to be so tough considering the fact, this is my reasoning, is that so many other guys that are on the rise are like his exact same age.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe, actually, I'm going to say he gets to a number 1 contender fight because he's already like, he's on a big win streak. And so it's going to be interesting.
This looks so good. This is crazy how good you make this.
Joel Alvarez absolutely ran through Thiago Moises, beat a couple good guys, and then he ran into Arman Tsarukyan, who's fighting next week. I think that he is going to be a perennial top 15er, but I just don't know if he's going to be getting a number 1 contender fight. He's still so young and stuff, but it's like, it's really difficult to see because he does have like the skills, especially on the ground, and he obviously has 1-punch knockout power. I don't know why it's behind it. It doesn't really matter, but
no.
it's just going to be interesting. Some of these guys are so grappling oriented. And as we saw when he got to the ground against a guy like Arman Tsarukyan, he just elbowed in the face the whole time. So it's like if he's fighting a striker, definitely. But it's like if you're just getting up to that upper echelon of guys, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Mateusz Gamrot, I definitely think this cat is going to be fighting for a title at some point in his career. He's so young still. Win or lose.
How old is he?
I think he's like 27, 28-ish.
Okay, it's not super young.
Well, when you think of like Michael Chandler
prime,
being
though.
36, it's like...
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you have 8 more. I mean, depending on how much damage you take and stuff like that.
Look how cute you're... Kellan and I, this is so off topic, but he has this clear phone case and we're filming on his phone. And I found like a couple weeks ago a 4-leaf clover at my house. And so I put it in my... the back of my phone case. And in the same like area... It's where I like Kellan usually parks and I say bye. And we were like, let's find one for you. And he found one himself at my house again. So then he put one in his phone case. So now we both have 4-leaf clovers in the back of our phone case. And it's cool because I can see it.
Yeah. And it's still looking good. Still's got that chlorophyll in it. It's still green. It's not dying.
Yeah.
And also want to clarify top 15. Like that could range from like obviously top 15. But like I should have made more things like top 10, top 5. But it's fine. Top 15 works. Okay, and then Arman Tsarukyan, as I made a video in the past, man's, in my opinion, one of the only guys equipped to beat Islam Makhachev, and I really do believe he's going to win the title. Because I think if Islam wins the title, it's if those guys fight, it's like I think Islam wins 5 times. I think Arman wins 5 times. It's one of those. They're just so equally matched. And then Rafael Fiziv's going to be fighting RDA in a few weeks. I think Mans is going to get to a title fight. But I just don't know if he's going to get that job done in the title fight. Just because there's so many guys that can match him. As crazy as it sounds, I know that Arman and him are teammates at like Tiger Muay Thai or whatever, but there's so many guys I feel like they can match him. Even though this is wild to say, I feel like they're competent enough to beat him on the feet and then kind of grind him out with their wrestling and grab. Even though Rafael does have great takedown defense, it's so tough to call. But I really do think that he'll get to a title, but I don't know if he can win that title, baby.
Okay.
Now we're getting into some absolute young guns. We'll go back to the bottom. So Manuel Torres, he made his UFC debut not that long ago. As of right now, it's like since he hasn't had a ton of fights, I do think
top 15.
I think that he's gonna be a top 15er. But like the guy has one punch knockout power, like Daniel Cormier says. Throws punches from just absolute awkward angles, and when it catches you, you're absolutely thrashed. So I think that he's going to be a top 15er. Same with Ignacio Bahamondes as of right now. He's just so long and tall. He's absolutely fantastic. Ever since his loss to John McDessie, he's on like a 2-fight streak now. So yeah, and then Uros Medic, I think he's going to be also a top 15er. And then I do think that Benoit Saint-Denis is going to be a top 15er as well. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting.
I want to rank Patty.
Yeah. We'll go to Patty Pimblett. What do you think Patty's ceiling is? Considering the fact that he has done really well against like Luigi Vendramini and Kazula Vargas, I believe. But
I just think he's so funny looking.
Yeah, I know. His haircut's absolute cash. I don't know if
he could get a number 1 contender fight. Do you think?
It's going to be a tough one. I mean, he's just so young right now. I think that he has the power and all the skills, ground game.
I think he's top 15 though, huh?
Oh, he'll be a top 15er for sure. Yeah.
But you don't think number 1 contender though?
I think that he can get there eventually. And he's so young, it's hard to tell.
It's true.
I think that he'll get to a title fight eventually.
Yeah.
Just because of star power. Think about it.
Conor McGregor has say that for all of the people in the top 15. You could say
that's not true.
Who do you right now that's in the top 15 not see ever getting a contender fight?
Dan Hooker. Yeah.
No, I mean who we have ranked currently in the top 15.
Like in
the tier that we are doing.
Oh, but yeah, like I think that Dan Hooker's number 13, Brad Burdell's 14, Diego Ferreira's 15. Like I don't think any of those guys. If RDA wins his fight against Rafael Fiziev, I mean, like, he could get one for sure, but he's already been the lightweight champion of the world, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But who do I think in the top 15? They're just so young. Like, it's going to be tough, but I do think that eventually Joel Alvarez, he could be
for sure.
Title fight.
Okay.
He's still so young.
Yeah.
Benoit Saint-Denis is probably the toughest man out of all of these, and that's what I'm French Special Forces, baby.
French
He's the
Special
dude that was getting the shit beat out of him and almost came back and won.
Oh.
Yeah. In a weight class up, too. Craziness.
That is crazy.
Okay.
So where should we put Patty then? Top 15 or do you think contender fight? Probably just top 15.
By the end of his career, he'll fight for a title.
Okay, then let's just put him in contender.
Okay, we'll put him in
Just
contender
for shits
with
and giggles
Jalen.
because I think he's so funny.
Okay, for sure. All right, and then we'll go to Terrence McKinney, who absolutely runs through everybody. He even caught Drew Dober and stuff. I think that he's so young still. He definitely will get to a title fight at some point in his career. I really do think so. It's tough, but yeah.
I could see it.
Who do you want to go next?
The one cat in the middle. Dead
Ilya
middle.
Taporia?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a 145er fluctuating. It's going to be hard for him. He got his first lightweight winning over Jai Herbert, but...
For how much you talk about him and like all this good stuff you see, I feel like for sure title fight.
I think that he'll get to a title fight eventually because I really do believe that he'll get that 145-pound strap, and then when he does, he's going to want to move up.
Yeah.
Yes. The future is so bright for the lightweight division. It's insane. Don't you think?
It is good to be a UFC fan because it's just getting better
so
and better.
Bright.
It's
Okay.
so bright.
Claudio
Future's
Puelles.
so bright, you gotta wear shades. That was my sister's 5th grade promotion slogan. Future's so bright, you have to wear shades. And then they all wore sunglasses in their promotion. Okay, continue.
That was for 5th grade promotion?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Next one. Claudio Puelles. Absolute freaking freak show. What is it? How many beat Gritzmacher and Clay Guida? What was it? Was it a knee bar? Something like that. Something wild.
You're gonna double check with me? What it was?
Something like that, dude. But he's an absolute sad boy. Yeah, let me check that. Let me not check that. It's gonna take too long. Okay, I think Claudio Puelles, he'll find his way into a number one contender fight at some point in his career.
Correct.
Now, Grant Dawson, I think that he will be a perennial top 15er.
Okay.
I think that he's really good, but when it comes to like flashiness, it's tough.
Yeah.
There's so many guys that can just end your night in an instant. And Grant Dawson is so freaking good, so well-rounded, but it's like, I don't know, man. When he was fighting Leonardo Santos, he was like losing the entire fight, I think that's who he's... I don't know. Kellan hasn't slept a lot, so... Brain foggy. For
Brain
sure.
fog.
Yes. Thiago Moises, so young, and he got absolutely railed by Joel Alvarez. I do believe that this man, at some point in his career, will get a number one contender fight. It's just the size matters at this division, and it's tough, man. It's so tough. But I think that at some point he will become, just because he did so good against Islam, he will get a number one contender fight. Title fight. It's tough. It's really tough. But he's so good everywhere. And he has so much time to improve, dude. Jamie Malarkey lost to...
This is a good looking list.
Jalen Turner. I do think that he's going to be a freaking perennial top 15er just because his boxing...
So he's going to stay shitty?
Shitty is... No. He's fantastic. He's going... He finds the target.
No, I'm not saying he's shitty. I'm saying I feel like if you're stuck in your the top 15 for all your career, that's just kind of sad.
That happens to a lot of guys.
I know. That's crazy. I feel like there should be more room to grow instead of just having a title fight.
This is the big leagues. This is the big leagues, honey. Okay, we have Guram Kutataladze, who just fought absolute Georgian Viking Sav boy, and he's going to get, at some point in his career, he's going to fight for that number one contender fight. And, he could win that fight, he could not, but I don't know, dude. Now, when it comes to considering the fact that frick. God damn it.
What?
It's really hard for me to say Guram won't get a title fight one day.
Yeah, then don't say that.
I guess I can just click on him and move him up a tier.
I guess
I can. Let's just say
he gets a title fight.
Here, get this. Guram Kutataladze and Damir Ismagulov, their paths cross again one day.
And they fight
for the lightweight championship of the world.
Ooh.
But this highly anticipated bout, Demirij Magulov
Fast forward like a year from now, and Kellan replays this.
wins the title.
Happens.
Okay, I put Demirij Magulov as a future title winner.
Okay.
Because I think that man has all the skills to beat anybody walking on the face of the planet that weighs in at 155 pounds on any given day. So, running through this. Top 15ers. We got Joel Alvarez, Manuel Torres, Ignacio Bahamondes, Uros Medic, Benoit Saint-Denis, Grant Dawson, and Jamie Malarkey. I think all those cats, they're going to be staples in the 155-pound division top 15. Now, as for guys that are on the precipice but never quite get there, I'm not saying you can't, because you definitely can. But I think Jalen Turner, Paddy Pimblett, Claudio Puelles, and Thiago Moises, they'll get to number 1 contender fights, okay? And we'll say that Paddy Pimblett, eventually he'll get a title shot just because he just has so much star power, for sure. He just has something that the rest of the guys don't. Like, on this list, you know? He has, like, that Conor McGregor effect.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, different. Like, he could lose 2 in a row and then be like, okay, I'll move up a weight division and get a freaking title fight.
Okay.
Like, it's like, he's just built different. Now, guys that'll get to a title fight, potentially, Benil Dariush, obviously, Alexander Volkanovski, Mateusz Gamrot, Rafael Fiziev, Terrence McKinney, Ilya Taporia, and Guram Kutataladze, okay? And I think that list is pretty solid. I could see, if I was to change one, I think Mateusz is most equipped to beat the guys that are at the top tier. So I think that he could fluctuate
move up,
for sure, but I'll leave it there. And then the guys that have the potential to win the title that are currently, obviously Islam. I think Max, if he moved up, has a really good shot against a lot of the guys just because his takedown defense is so underrated and he can piece you up big time. And then obviously Arman Tsarukyan, he's built like an absolute freak. And then Demirij Magulov, who
also,
dude, the guy has 0 holes in his game. So yeah, that's my complete list of UFC lightweight contenders.
Take a screenshot of that.
I will. I'll save it. Save, baby.
Because then, once you save it, can you redo it? Like, re-put them all at the bottom, so then you can screenshot that?
Yeah. Cool. But, yes, sir. That's exactly what
That's so fun. I love doing tier lists.
Yeah. But that was what I have in mind. I know that was kind of long, but, I mean, the lightweight division's deep. It deserves a lot of attention, baby.
It does.
Okay. What time is it? Okay. Really quick.
We have time.
Well, really quick.
2:15.
We'll run through the last few little things, okay? We'll go... Let's do our quick picks for this upcoming fight night, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Jinyu Frey versus Vanessa Demopoulos. I'm going Vanessa.
Okay. I will too.
Mario Bautista versus Brian Boom Kelleher. This is fantastic.
Kelleher.
I'm going to say... Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Brian Boom is an absolute freak, dude. He's so good.
I know. He's a freak.
No, not like a freak like that. Like, he's an absolute killer. I'm going to say that...
Weird.
I'm going to say Mario Bautista gets this dub.
Okay.
Because I just love his boxing. He's so clean.
Is he a lot younger than...
Yeah, I think so. Okay, Cody Durden versus JP Bays. This is going to be interesting. I really am rooting for both of these guys because Cody Durden, he lost to Muhammad Mokaev in London. And then that JP Bays guy, he's had a rough-ass time.
I'm going to go him.
JP Bays?
No, Durden.
I love Cody Durden. I want him to... Dude, this fight sucks because I want JP to win. Because he's just had a really shitty time with his old girlfriend and stuff. Like, they got a divorce.
So, wife.
Yeah. They got wife. They got like a divorce and then he was like forced to like he couldn't fight and stuff because he didn't have like a visa because like he was with her because the only reason he could like be in the country is because he was with her.
Oh.
And stuff like that. So like he physically couldn't work at all. So I want JP to win.
Get a green card.
I want JP to win. I don't know, dude. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be a hella good fight. I know that. So either way, 50K goes both these guys for sure. Halian Paiva versus Sergey Morzov. This is gonna be killer. Sergey's coming off that absolute freak fest of a fight against Douglas Silva de Andrade, and then Halian, he had that tough fight against Sugar Sean. Sugar Sean's been so set up for success. It's absolutely insane. But I think Sergey's gonna get the stub over Halian. TJ Downtown Brown Filipino Blood versus Nerdenbeke. I think TJ's gonna get this dub because he has Downtown Brown is absolute wrestler.
So he's from he's Filipino?
No, I just think he is Filipino or something.
Oh.
But he's got that absolute Downtown Brown power. He can send you downtown.
That's a cool nickname.
So yeah, he's an absolute killer. Carlos Oldberg versus Stefan Chubby. Carlos Oldberg, probably most attractive guy on the card.
Wait,
probably, right? Remember he fought what's that one guy? Fabio Charant.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Probably one of the top 10s in the UFC for sure.
And he's from New Zealand?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, his nickname's the Black Jag. You know he's got a jaguar tail for sure.
He can change that nickname, but
for Stefan Chukwi, I think that I'm gonna go Carlos on this one. But Stefan,
I'm definitely going Carlos.
Yeah. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Nate Mayhem Manis. I'm gonna go Umar.
I'm gonna say Manis.
Okay, but remember when we have a guy named Nurmagomedov? Remember that? Remember
what I said, sweetie, about when they.
And then we have one of our perennial lightweight contenders, Thiago Moises versus Christos Thiagos. I think that Thiago's going to jump back on the right track after losing to Joel. He's just too good not to succeed. Like, that's just a fact. Christos Thiagos is hella tough, though. He had to fight Arman Tsarukyan, and you know that is not a tough freaking... You know that is not an easy... You know that is not a tough task, girl. Okay. Josh Priestman versus Alain Badel. I think Badel's going to get the dub there. Neil Magny, okay, we're going to have to clip this right now. Okay. These two fights right here, the co-main and main event, absolute flame. These are my final predictions, okay? Neil Magny versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. I really think that Shavkat is going to get this dub here, dude. And when Shavkat gets this dub, the sky is the absolute limit for this cat, okay? And I will go as far to say that he's only probably, even though he is like number 15, I'm saying that it's only going to take a few fights for him to get into that top 5, because when you're looking at full well-rounded cats, Shav cats, that... I didn't get that strong one. That means it wasn't that good. No. But that was really this Shav cat guy, Shavkat Rakhmonov, if he gets into that top 5, it's going to be absolute trouble for everybody, because the guys that are good strikers, they can grapple a little bit. He's like a better striker, and he can grapple better than you. So it's going to be insane to see what chaos he creates at that welterweight division, dude. Because the guys that are good strikers, he can hang with you at the striking level, but his ground game is probably better than yours. And then like guys that have good ground game, his ground game is like probably equal to yours, but he has a way better striking. So it's gonna be crazy. And he can spinning heel kick the crap out of anybody. Everything he sets up, like nothing's telegraphed with this guy. You don't know what the hell's coming. So I think that, but the thing is, enough about talking about Shavkat. I need to give my credit to Neil Magny, okay? One of the most durable guys that has ever like stepped foot in the octagon. So it's going to be crazy, but 15-10, Neil Magny, Shavkat's going to be able to jump up there. He's going to be top 10. When you're in the top 10, the world is the division is your oyster, baby. So yeah, I just can't wait for this fight. Shavkat is must-watch TV. Never lost a fight in his life. Neil Magny, that's crazy. So tough, willing to fight anybody in the division. So long. Absolute reach is a problem for everybody, and Neil Magny just melts his opponent. So I mean, like,
I'm actually sad that I'm gonna be missing
this fight. Is absolutely fantastic. Okay, now moving on to the main. Kellan's dream fight has actually came into fruition. I hope nothing happens. Yeah, everything has to go smoothly. This is 5-minute rounds of just the best MMA. Like, this is going to be the best main event you guys have ever seen, because if you guys think the grappling's boring, watch these cats. If you think that striking, or like, if you think at any realm, you're just going to get the whole platter of MMA here. And it's going to be so sick. I think that there is a scenario in which some of their stuff cancels out, so this might stay on the feet the whole time. But Arman and Mateusz just loves to use his hands to set up his takedowns. And then Arman Tsarukyan can basically take anybody down in the division wherever he wants to. And when either guy is on top, it's going to be so sick, because it's going to be a significant challenge for both of them, because whenever a guy's on the bottom, you're not going to be able to hold either guy down. Like, it's going to be it's going to be absolute flames no matter where this goes. The ground and pound is going to be vicious. The striking is going to be insane, because both these guys have one-punch knockout power. Good luck to whoever tries to calf kick the other person, because both of these guys have... I mean, if you fused my body into one, my legs into one, and then like just gave them one of their legs, it's massive. Arman Tsarukyan is a freak show, and if there's anybody to beat him, it's got to be Mateusz Gamrot. So these guys, dude, one fight away from a title. I don't know. I don't know. This is big time stuff. And final pick, not gonna give you one.
What?
I can't give you one because I like both of these guys so equal. I'm looking forward to
hearing that.
Okay. You want to know what I think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I think that Mateusz Gamrot is going to have really early success. And I think potentially could fade later. And who's going to be there in later rounds? Arman Tsarukyan's going to be there. That dude is built absolutely different. And I just really believe that he, even though this fight is razor thin, it's got to be Arman that gets the dub here. There's nowhere this fight goes where Arman's going to be concerned.
Okay.
And I don't think other people can really say that. Mateusz has fantastic knockout power. He has the wrestling and grappling ability to get up and take anybody down. But I'm going Arman. And nobody gets finished here. No one gets finished here.
It's going all 5 rounds.
It's going all 5 rounds. And it's going to be a split decision probably. But I just see Arman scraping it out.
I'm so curious. What if one of them gets knocked There
could be a sub.
You think if anything there's going to be a sub?
Don't think there's going to be a finisher. They're too good.
Yeah, that's true.
These guys are so equally matched. But this is much watch TV. I know I say that a lot about stuff, but this is much watch television, dude.
Much watch.
Okay, last thing. Promise. On God, promise. We got Keldog. Absolutely got the biggest news of his entire life. I mean, okay, easy, Kellan, jeez.
Probably is.
This is crazy bantamweight shenanigans here, okay? Song Yadong got matched up with Corey Sandhagen. And, couldn't be better. This is a fight that Kellan would make if he was a matchmaker in the UFC. Because it is...
There you go.
This is Song Yadong versus Corey Sandhagen. Song Yadong number 9, Corey Sandhagen number 4, baby. I mean...
That's crazy.
This fight is psycho. Because Song Yadong starts off so fast. And if you're going to get Corey Sandhagen out there, I guess you got to start fast. Because one does not simply take out Corey Sandhagen, right? Peter Yan couldn't do it. The only guy that could really do it in recent memory that I even remember is the current champ.
Is he pissed that he's fighting a number 9 ranked then?
No.
What happens if Song wins?
Here's the thing here. I honest to God believe that beating Song Yadong and derailing him is probably one of the biggest things he could do for his career right now. This is a young cat, one of the youngest on the roster, absolutely surging. And what does it say about Corey Sandhagen taking this fight? It says that he does not give a single shit and will take out anybody in the division. True. So I think it says more than anything. He should not be scared. Corey Sandhagen has all the skills to beat Song Yadong, but Song Yadong, so unbelievably dangerous. No matter where this fight goes, it's so
What happens
tight.
if Song wins?
If Song wins, you better believe that sucker is one fight away. He's going to be a one fight away from a title shot.
Really?
And it's going to be crazy because all those guys, besides Corey Sandhagen in there, are fantastic matchups for Song Yadong. What are you going to match Song Yadong up with Marab if Marab gets by Jose Aldo? Because that's the next fight that Marab versus Jose Aldo got announced, and that is a fantastic matchup for Marab. I really do think Marab has a chance here. This is the thing. This is what I was going to say about this. It's great matchmaking because I think if you matched up Sandman with Marab, it's going to be a tough fight for Marab because we've seen Marab get cracked and stuff. And Marab, I'm going to say this before anything. Marab has the most grit out of anybody in the bantamweight division, and that division is stacked. Marab, he is so tough to put away, but Sandman, dude, one does not simply put away Corey Sandhagen. Corey Sandhagen makes it to 5 rounds no matter how bad the fight is going for him. And you know how many times fights haven't went his way?
Yeah.
Not many,
That's
dude.
crazy
Even
to
the
think
fight he
about.
loses, he wins against TJ Dillashaw. And TJ Dillashaw is fighting for the title against Aljo. So I just cannot wait for these fights.
That's going to be good.
Early predictions, though, you guys know I love Song Yadong with all my being. And
But
I think...
you don't want him to win.
I just don't... It's so tough, dude. I really could see this is a big jump up in competition for Songy. And I could see Sandman just melting him over a period of time. Because I do think it's going to be a main event, but I just Song Yadong that lead leg kick. I mean,
is this not a main event?
Huh? Yeah, I think it is. The Song versus Sandman is going to be a main event, I'm pretty sure. But his front leg head kick is so lightning fast, and the way he just can put anybody's lights out, he doesn't even have to hit you clean, dude. So Sandman's got to be careful, but he's just so durable. So it's gonna be a 5-round war. Also, Marab versus Aldo. I mean, I'm just happy they didn't match Sandman up with Marab because that fight would have been very interesting. But
why?
I just think that Song has the skill set. It's just so
that
weird.
pairs better.
I don't know. It's not like I don't want to sound like stupid or anything, but it's just I really do think that Merab would have a tougher time against Sandman than Yadong has against Sandman. Just because Merab, he does leave openings, and I feel like Yadong's tighter boxing.
Okay, yeah. You kind of have to be more.
But if the fight goes to the ground, Merab is as good as it gets. But Merab, he throws haymakers, and he can put anybody's lights out for sure. So it's just those two fights right there, just
perfect,
beautiful. And Merab he does have a good chance to get Jose. Jose is so great. Both of these fights, you're just gonna get it. You're gonna see it all, just like this main event that's coming up this weekend. Both of these fights, Merab versus Aldo, Sandman and Yadong, they're gonna go everywhere. Somebody's gonna shoot for a takedown. One that could cancel out though, I could see Yadong and Sandman just freaking going Piotr Jan versus Sandman and just stand and bang the entire time, which I really do think favors Sandman. But Song, if he gets on the inside, touches your chin, it's over.
Lights out.
We're gonna see some things that we've never seen before in these fights. Like we're gonna see somebody like get taken out, dude. It's so hard. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna end it. We're gonna end it here. We'll talk about it more later when they get closer.
It's a long episode today.
Absolute sickness, baby.
This was fun.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we shall be back on Saturday after.
Well, he'll be back.
Tsarukyan.
I'll be gone.
Versus Gamrot. Kellan's gonna be really surprised that something's gonna happen. That's absolutely wild.
I'm excited to see your reaction.
Feel it in my bones. Okay.
Bye.
Also, don't put. Wait, before we say bye, don't bet. Don't bet on this. It's too close. It's too close. Put those wallets away. Lock them up. You guys don't bet on it. Anything can happen. Bet on Shavkat though. No disrespect to Neil Magny, but actually bet on Neil Magny. I don't know. Bye. Bye.